Well, I'm talking with Minister Harmer on the prom. I want to talk about other things. Now, Finch Road, although you call it part of the prom scheme, I mean, it was maybe shut or reversed.
That's right.
For a little bit, and now it's going on to about August.
Yes, because basically looking at from a health and safety point of view, and people getting used to that route, that actually works better till we bring back the whole part of that road. So basically, what you've got is Broadway will close from the 13th of April to TT, and then after TT, Church Road will again, that junction will close. But rather than keep chopping and changing, it was actually from a much better if we kept it the same. And I think we've had pretty good feedback as well.
Okay, and back on the problem, so Broadway, this is going to be quite a big change there then, with it being shut.
Yes, it will be shut, but we've closed Broadway previously, and that we've worked the traffic management really well. It's going to be in two phases, just the same as Church Road. So get all the services right first, all the underground works come back in August to once the Church Road is finished, actually put in the new roundabout.
Okay. Other projects, let's talk. And I was only going up the other day thinking, what's happened about Richmond Hill? You know, what is the future? Last year we had to have all sorts of restrictions. It's certainly, had its issues, hasn't it? Have you got an end in sight for that plan?
Well, at the moment it's working fine. We don't have to put speed restrictions. The chipping is fine. Obviously, we had a number of consultants working on it, and it will be a case of what will be the final decision. Do we have to replane and overlay, or do we actually leave it as is? But it's actually, at the moment, it's drivable, and you can drive at the normal 50 miles an hour. So.
Okay. And with all the flooding and the rain we've had and that sort of thing, are you happy with everything else that's going on around the island?
Well, what we've got, I mean, this year has been incredibly bad for water and water ingress, and it's creating a lot of potholes, particularly more than normal, and obviously that puts pressure on. We had a number of storms, and I'd like to thank all of the staff that worked through them. They're not often thought about or thanked, but we've had Dennis, and before that others, and likely that it will happen more. So a lot of work, and then we've got Laxey, and a lot of work is happening. All of that all is happening at the same time as the prom. So of course it's maintaining.
Are you stretched?
We're coping well with with the winter pressures. So at the moment everything is fine, but it means everybody's working above and beyond.
And for the residents of Laxey, hope there that it's not going to happen again?
Well, yes, the wall has been, the ball has been fixed. That part element that's been fixed is now rated for flooding, but obviously there's a lot more work to be done. As I said elsewhere, this is a whole analysis, and we've got the ARIT report, and we've got to work through all of those things that need to be done. So it hasn't finished yet. A lot of work. You've seen a lot of tree cleaning. You've seen the weir being removed. You've seen the wall being repaired, but still much more to do.
What about seawalls? I mean, first of all, Douglas, that didn't go through, did it? And Laxey residents aren't happy with what you proposed still. So where are you going?
Well, the seawall will have to happen. It will have to happen in Douglas at some point to protect the assets. You remember it was 2 years ago, was it? And it was just the whole place was literally the prom being ripped up. And you've got a war memorial. We have to make sure that we protect these areas. Obviously, these things take time and to get used to, but it isn't just there. There's Ramsey's a key hotspot as well. That's number one on the list. And we've got other areas like Michael, coastal erosion. So there's a huge piece of work. The budget put in another 6 million into that climate adaptation work. So that will be a massive project over the next 10 years.